สวัสดีครับเพื่อนทุกคนกับผมปืน TH สตรีมนี้จะเป็นเกม Genshin Impact นะครับสวัสดีครับดีครับเรียวไม่ได้ฝันนะไม่ได้ฝันตกลงมาที่วัดใช่ไหมเราลืมนะผมลืมตั้งต้องปรับซาวก่อนไม่งั้นมันไม่ได้ยินเสียงอะปรับไปแล้วนี่หว่าใช่ทิ้งไปตั้งร่วม2 ปีเมืองใหม่2 เมืองผมยังอยู่ที่นี่อยู่เลยไอ้คาซัม
Order guide. The depth back. Well, too far. This is it.
สวัสดีครับคุณต้าเดี๋ยวค่อยๆครับค่อยๆผมต้องรื้อความจำก่อน
Stabilize.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Cascade.
ไอ้นี่มันอ๋อ
Gather.
ไอ้แล้วนี่มันผมลืมแล้วว่าเก็บยังไงไอ้ไหนว่าเดี๋ยว
Every journey has its final day.
Yeah.
ผมลืมหมดแล้ว ขออภัยด้วยผมแค่จะมาไอ้นี่เปิดมาล็อกว้าร์ปเฉยเป็นตัวละครเหรอนี่เหรออ้ยาดูดีทาตาเกลีย
Keep your eyes wide open.
Up.
รอการค้นพบคุณรู้ไหมว่ามาถึงซูมารุและเตรียมหาทางพบกับท่านหญิงน้อยคุซานาริสวัสดีครับคุณฟันบอย
Solidify. Stabilize.
Yeah.
สวัสดีครับคุณโอ๊ตเดนโดรลืมเก็บความรู้การสำรวจโฟลีฟอ๋อการขึ้นที่แบบใหม่ซูมิรุซิตี้สวัสดีครับคุณพิมพ์ ใช่ครับใช่ใช่
No time to lose. I could get used to this.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she could. But Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions.
ดูไปพร้อมๆกันเลยงั้น
Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
เฉยเมย
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else.
บทที่3ฉากที่1
Come
เริ่ม
on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly,
สวัสดีครับ
we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all. Oh. What a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice.
เดี๋ยวคุณเฟเตอร์ ยังผมยังไม่ต้องเข้ายังไม่ต้องเข้า ผมทำเควสเยอะมันทำเควสไม่ได้มีจอยแล้วมันทำเควสไม่ได้
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything. What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we?
แหมในเรื่องช่วงที่ผมเล่นอยู่ก็ดีนะ
What place this is?
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest
น้อง
ranger.
คอลลี่
My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to get...
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But... So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
เทงนารี
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir.
Yes, Master Tainari.
What do you have, Kunop?
Wait, hold on a second.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, if you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Okay? Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how you think you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tighnari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tighnari already knows that what you saw were— Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains— Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tighnari might not be an option anymore. What do you think? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
All right, next let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worried. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought—
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! Alright, we'll be heading into the forest now.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but,
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps. Paimon, Traveler, this way!
ทำจิปาถะ
You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
I'll have to grab a drink with Flame May when I'm back in the city.
กินลิซ่าคือดีมากไหนผมดูหน่อยดิเนี่ยเหรอคนนี้ไม่ค่อยต่างนะคนนี้ต่างเยอะ
Totoko, where are you?
ออกมาน้อยกว่าที่คิดนะผมเห็นอยู่แต่ว่าผมไม่รู้ผลึกมันอยู่บนหรือล่างเอ๊ะอ๋ออยู่บนเดี๋ยวขึ้นไปเก็บก่อน
One man's stone is another man's gem.
เขามีตรงนี้ไว้ให้เนี่ยเขาจะให้เราไปไงวะ
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the... Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard... By the way, Kale, do you know it?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukudavata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
โอ้โหอะไรดีวาต้าเนี่ยลักคาดิวาต้า
Huh? Greater Lord Rukudavata?
ลุกคเทวดาลุกคาดิวาต้า
Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Greater Lord Rukudavata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the deck. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon to celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity. The sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two because you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
แอมเบอร์ภูกลางขวาง
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any... If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But...
so that...
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Sarasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright.
You both have my thanks. Well, you two were up there.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? You might be right. The statue does look kinda old. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything. Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides,
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. What? No, not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon, those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh!
Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit... I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... Anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day, in fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out. Yes, Paimon's still kinda upset though. He kept scolding.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he...
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon... Hey! Now even Kale started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back!
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay. Get...
ยืนรอ
Place?
Hyman was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness, Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though.
So, Tainari, what's really...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past, but she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So
Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said...
Right. Ever since she was a child.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is at first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. In its final stages, the disease strips...
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding any. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied.
What?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was complete. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were... Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last... Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gundam. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently, though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two, the rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the traveler.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilotpala lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
ดอกบัว
Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
You're mine. Yeah. Ja. Bring it on. Gather.
Why do they never miss? Everybody stand back!
You can run, but you can't hide. Yeah. Now I just need to get my hands on the rest. Yep. No time to lose. All right, now we're talking. No time to lose. next?
Let's light it up.
We may leave at any time.
Fun!
ใช่ธาตุพืช บังคับต้องมีใช่ไหมเนี่ยเดี๋ยวนะอาจจะต้องไปเก็บมา ธาตุไม้นะครับธาตุไม้
No time to lose.
คอลลี่น้องคอลลี่กิจกรรมใช่ใช่ตัวหลักเปลี่ยนเป็นไม้ได้ผมลืมเลยนี่มันตัวอะไรวะเนี่ยกลมายาแสงเงาตัวอันหยังวะเนี่ยเยหลินตัวเลดอัพอ๋อใช่ใช่ตู้มันมี2ตู้วิธีแห่งเทพธาตุไฟโนประวัติเก็บไว้6 เดือนยังผมยังไม่มีอะไรเลย ผมก็มีเยอะอะแต่ก็เนี่ยมีเยอะอยู่แต่ก็ยังไม่มีเดียหลาหรอกเนี่ยพวก5 ดาวขึ้นไปจะทำไอ้นี่ต่อก็แหมแวะเห็นไอ้นุ่นนิดเห็นนี่หน่อยแวะนกนี่กินได้ไหมเนี่ยกินได้เป็นมาริโอ้นะครับเหยียบเห็ดเคยเล่นผมเคยเล่นอยู่เคยเล่นตัวเทสนะเคยเล่นตัวเทสอยู่ก็คือวิ่งไปเกี่ยวประมาณนั้นนะรอก่อนรอดีกว่าแล้วใครมันแดนตรงนั้นมั้งน่ะเป็นฟาตุยตัวใหม่ใช่ไหมฟาตุยตัวใหม่สายแดนเอ๊ะยิงไม่โดนกองเขียว
One man's stone is another man's gem.
สวัสดีครับคุณโอชิเลมเก็บไว้เยอะครับเก็บไว้เยอะผมสายเก็บอยู่แล้วไม่ค่อยใช้หรอกจะใช้เปิดตัวที่ผมอยากได้จริงๆแต่ตอนนี้ผมเพิ่งกลับมาเล่นใหม่ยังไม่มีตัวที่ผมอยากได้
There should be Nilot Pala lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
แต่ผมลืมแล้วว่ามันเท่าไหร่วะ8ครั้งละ1,600ป่ะ
If you could manage to gather 4, we'll rendezvous here once you.
ลืมละครั้งเท่าไหร่วะเพชรอันนี้นี่ไงกับลืมซื้อนี่ได้รายเดือนใช่มัน160การันตี90 โปร80ป่ะ1440มีของเควสมันจะแสดงเป็นสีน้ำเงินนะครับในนี้ในมินิแมป
Let me have a look. Good. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me...
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
เวลาผมหยุดเล่นผมหยุดไปเลยครับไม่ได้แบบเข้ามา
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with...
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location, and then only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
ยังครับมาเดินเล่นที่นี่ก่อนเพราะว่าไม่ว่าจะเมืองน้ำหรือว่าซูเมรุก็ถือเป็นของใหม่กับของผมทั้งนั้นครับ
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. In that case, we typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
สวัสดีครับคุณเจรินคุณริน
I wonder what the rest of
จ
the
ริงๆชื่อ
Harvarders
เจ
are
ริน
up
เนี่ย
to.
ผมไม่เคยได้ออกเสียงนะ
Ever grander
น่าจะเป็น
scale,
คุณ
no
ริน
doubt.
ใช่ไหม
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there, in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push even with elemental powers. Once you step inside the withering zone, you ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Gather!
I'm going in!
You're mine.
สวัสดีครับคุณเอซีอ๋อเมริน
Who's next?
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor. Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
We did it! Everything's
ศัตรู
returning
น้ำเย
to
อะเนี่ย
normal now.
เอาตัวอื่นมาดีกว่า
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You mean?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering...
Huh? Well,
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it... Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
มินโซ
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards, rather than... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also... And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. I'm afraid we rangers will be... All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, It's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
I await your instruction. Come with me. Let us find shelter from the rain. There's a pleasant breeze and glorious sunshine. So, where shall we go for a walk?
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent
อ้าว
news.
นกส่งข่าวเนี่ย
You do remember her,
ยิง
don't
ยิง
you?
กินไปตัวแล้ว
She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived.
Oh, her? How could we...
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? All Paimon's...
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler,
อาหารฉุก
could
เฉิ
you
น
two
เนี่ยนะ
bring these to her?
จงใจพูดปะเนี่ย
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling... But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew... And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not my forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, when you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. Please, wait here. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and no, I should be the one
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey! Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
เธอง่วงนอนถอดจิตนะถอดจิตมาใส่ตัวนั้นนะ
There you are! Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Yeah! Embrace the ice! Everybody stand back!
Solidify.
Whirling snow.
This is order.
Sakura swirl. Going in.
ไม่ยังไม่อยากขึ้นมีกล่องสมบัติข้างล่างกลับได้ไหมกลับไปได้ไหมผมไม่รู้เหมือนกันครับผมเพิ่งเล่นได้2 ชั่วโมงครับคุณปาล์มน่าจะคือแบบมันเป็นประโยคประมาณว่าแนะนำว่าน่าจะกลับไปได้หรือว่า
This place is getting weirder by the minute.
ลำพันธ์ครับ
What's the matter? You don't look so good.
ไอ้นี่เหรอน่าจะต้องให้มันชนกัน
Stabilize.
My apologies.
Order guide.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is.
solidified!
Embrace the ice!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We've faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be the bonds of love and family which drive you to find your... But don't you fret now. Today will be your...
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick! Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. Anyways, we can talk about... Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some...
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the... We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there were...
Oh. I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before, and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time.
So, Hypatia, just what...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with... Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and at that very moment, in my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu
Sweet
will feature
Madame.
Sweet Madame and a
Bloody
relish
witchy
veggie
soup.
soup. You'll love them,
Sounds good. I've never...
Let's use the empty box that. Oh, it smells,
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spirit-born eel for the first. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia, you should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap it naturally. Anyone who can.
Makes sense. But Paimon.
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears technically your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you.
Well, that's really.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headache.
Whoa, you're really.
I am a researcher as a member of the Ritawe Darshan at the Academia. My main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings, which is why I must turn. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and that's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul could be super.
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine.
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, though the fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, but then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, it was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul. World forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have. If you two are ever in the area again, there's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright, and had the chance to ask her some.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of wither. As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul.
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I am merely a forest watcher. How could...
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master...
I see.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage?
You'll know once you...
And,
there's...
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharva, if that's the case, then I'm afraid...
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but all that can wait. How did...
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's...
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to...
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry, I'm afraid I...
Well, do you at least know anyone
Let me think... Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you... Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving...
Oh?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukadev. Needless to say, this device...
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale.
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, she knew you two would be leaving soon.
Thanks, Tainari. All right.
Farewell, and good luck to you.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind.
I guess thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. But I guess now I understand that the most important...
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be we're probably still gonna worry about your condition.
Thank you.
Oh?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember?
Yay! Thanks, Kale.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here at... Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again.
รอการรับอะไรเราต้องมีนักธนูตัวหนึ่งนะ
Give me a moment to compose myself. Thank Barbados. Wait a minute. fight!
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
I will have order. Stabilize.
มีการเดินทางทางน้ำด้วยนะไม่เป็นไรเขายังไงก็ต้องทำอยู่ดีแหละกล่องสมบัติเดี๋ยวนี้ไอ้ท่ามุดมันไม่ติดนู่นติดนี่แล้ว
Today is a lucky day.
สวัสดีครับคุณนพ
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to... Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy. A treasure. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, as long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
Oh, says Since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this
โอ้โห
thing.
โคตรล้ำมาก
All we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam!
Exactly. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kus... 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within... Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're
ใน
trying
เมืองหลวง
to
สัญญาณ
remember
แรง
and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all. You too?
ผมก็ว่าจะดูอยู่เหมือนกันแต่ว่าจะดูจากตัวละครตัวอื่นหมายถึงพวกชาวเมืองเด็ก
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders? Well, seems no matter which way we try, he's from Sumeru, and even... Let's see. Kainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
Once again.
ๆอ๋อมีแค่เด็กที่ไม่มี
How can my own brother say something like that about me?
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great. You see, Kainari sent us here and...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce...
Here, this is a letter...
Oh, let me see. Ah, seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly... Sorry, the Akasha...
What? You too? But what about your abilities for...
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanagi returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the
สวัสดีครับ
Akasha.
คุณเซโน
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanagi may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari...
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on. This is a
Paimon's expectations were pretty. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network.
ไม่ได้เจอแคทเธอรีนนานละแคทเธอรีน
Hello, traveler and
ไม่ครับไม่เข้าไปเล่นด้วยไม่เล่นเลย
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
เป็นคอสตอมเมอร์เลยนะคอสตอมเมอร์เซอร์วิส
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups. Collectively, they take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses.
Corps of 30?
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, if you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
All right, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent... Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious. So, we originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most...
Oh? What?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, in their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance. And the Academia...
Really? Aww.
But who knows? We're all just guessing.
All right, well...
No problem.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been at— Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a panicked by what he heard. The man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him. With the man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests, and in despair he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me.
Okay.
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling..."
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell—
Of course. So did you two— I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come—
Hey, wait!
ทำไมต้องวิ่ง
What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. We can't— Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress?
Did she have bandages?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. There you are, Dunyarzad.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Looks like there's...
Huh? More of them?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the...
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us.
มาร้านอาหารทีมซูเมรุ
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happen to know...
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora.
เมื่อกี้ผมเห็นเหมือนไหนนี่มันเคบับนี่ว่าเนื้อหมุน
I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from and knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt you. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for this is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you to, but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because...
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up, and I...
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say...
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
ถ้าจะได้เจอยากกันเนี่ยไม่มีเบาะแสเลยคุซานารี
if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now.
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't...
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
How about our charcoal-baked agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
โอ้โห แม่งถ้าเห็นไซส์ของคนแล้วก็มาดูไอ้นี่มันคล้ายๆเคบับโคตรใหญ่เลยนะใหญ่ยังกับขา
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. What do you have against... Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody...
ถ้ามันคือมีดบอลนี่มันใหญ่เท่าหัวเด็กเลย
So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare, then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want. Oh. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, okay. Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samio, deserts, and all of Tibet. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tibet. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have grabbed. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that
It is. It's absolutely sure the Greater Lord founded Sumeru. But hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one who...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like...
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. So I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much. Even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Menu.จริงแต่ผมลืมว่ามันต้อง
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City.
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could...
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already...
Let the magic begin! Let the magic begin! Let the magic begin!
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad, but the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our...
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the...
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros Festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you too about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros Festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration a long, long time ago. On one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing as she danced upon the grass. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored. Oh, of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always, although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. The South, though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that. So, Traveler and Paimon?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a...
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros Festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked up. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And did you know that the Sub-Zeros Festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been... I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a pen... Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting... Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best.
Ah, dancing at the Sub-Zero's festival. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity, and the Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy...
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's...
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my
Wow, did you...
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our... I've noticed that you can... Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon...
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. But take you two, for example.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're...
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes...
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If... Oh...
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro, after all.
There's some...
Hey, Traveler.
Oh, hey, Dia!
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well...
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest.
Sounds like a... Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia!
Every item I sell here comes with its own fascinating story.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Every item I sell here comes with its own fascinating